Welcome to the Declutter Your Closet series, where today I'm throwing away half my shoes. What? Half my shoes? I know, it's true. And then by the time that we're done, you'll probably lose about 10 pairs of yours as well. I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, during the pandemic, we have lots of people that have taken to online shopping, and they're buying more and more and more things, which means their closets are overloaded. Now, the thought of going inside the closet and yanking everything out and making this ginormous pile is overwhelming to most people, and it causes serious stress. So we're not going to do that way. We're going to go on a scavenger hunt, and we're going to find 10 pair of shoes. And you say, Angela, I don't have 10 extra pair of shoes. Well, lo and behold, I said the same thing myself this morning. I was like, I don't have 10 pair of shoes. But then when I went on the scavenger hunt myself, lo and behold, I have 10 pair of shoes. So here's how this works. You have 30 days to complete this task. What you need is a great big garbage bag, and we're going to find the shoes that you no longer need, want, or use. Now, in order to expand the horizons a little bit, we're going to include galoshes and boots and sneakers and sandals and flip-flops and slippers and water shoes and any kind of shoes that you have. Here's the rule. You cannot throw away shoes that do not belong to you. Okay? Don't be throwing away your husband's shoes or your children's shoes unless you get them to participate in the scavenger hunt. Right now, we're just going to throw away your shoes. Okay? We got to start somewhere. This is where we're going to start. So the first thing I did is I went through my closets and I looked around. I didn't see any shoes I wanted to throw away. Then I said, wait a second. If my life depended on it and I had to throw away 10 pair of shoes, which shoes could I let go of? And then it occurred to me the reason we hang on to shoes is because of the stories we tell ourselves about those shoes. For example, here's a pair of slippers. And I went to this really nice resort right during COVID when we couldn't travel internationally. So I took a trip, and as part of a gift, they gave me these slippers. And they were so soft. And I was like, whoa, these are luxurious slippers. I don't have any white slippers. So as I left, they asked me if I would like to keep these. And I said, yes, I would like to keep these. So I took these home with me, but I've never worn them since. Here's why I didn't wear them. I tried to wear them once, and they don't have a heel on them. So in the wintertime, when my feet got cold, half my foot was still naked. And I was like, well, what kind of slippers are these if half my feet are cold? I like the part that comes up over the heel and it hugs my foot and it makes my foot nice and toasty warm. So I never actually wore these. And then I kept them because I loved the trip that I went on and they made me happy. But the truth is I'm not going to wear these anymore ever again. So inside the bag they go. I recommend getting a great big garbage bag. Once they go inside, they never come out again. Okay? All right, so the next one. I found this pair of water shoes. And I love these water shoes. I got these on discount at Walmart like 20 years ago. And I went in and they had a closeout. And these shoes were on sale for $2 a pair. $2, that's $1 a shoe. I said, wow, that's a great deal. And I bought 10 pair of them. Okay, well, the reality is I don't need 10 pair of shoes. The second reason is that they're pink. They don't match anything that I own, but they're water shoes. I can wear them at the beach. I never go to the beach, but I could wear them at the beach. All right, so as I was looking at them this morning, I noticed that like half the insole is just missing. It's just eroded away and it's gone. And I said, well, why am I hanging on to shoes that don't even have a full insole? So they were $20 for 10 pairs of shoes 20 years ago. I think I'm done with these. So in the bag they go. Now I found a black pair. Ta-da! And I found these at the bottom of a bin. I mean, I went looking through my garage. I went looking through my coat closet, through my house closet, through my bedroom closet. I looked in my office closet. I'm like, where do I have extra shoes? What shoes can I throw away? And I found these. These were from the same purchase 20 years ago. So in the bin they go. Then I found these witches' shoes. I love these witches' shoes. They're pointy like a witch's hat. But the problem is the heels are shot. And so when I used to be able to stand flat-footed, which supported my body, now they turn sideways like this and I don't stand up straight. And when I don't stand up straight, it rubs my foot the wrong way and then I get blisters on the side of my feet. Where when I was standing up straight, I didn't get the blisters. So now they cause blisters and they give me bad posture. So I'm going to get rid of the witch's shoes. And then, ta-da! I found another pair of the water shoes from that purchase 20 years ago. And these are fun shoes. They're super comfortable. It's like being barefoot, but you have like a sole on you, except they're missing half the sole. As I started looking at these, the top is like poking through. See, there's my finger. It's poking through the shoe. These are no good anymore. This is junk. Why am I hanging on to it? So in the bag it goes. All right, these are client shoes. When I go on site with a client, I wear the client's uniform, and this particular client had black shoes, all black shoes. Well, these are super skinny shoes, and I have a really fat foot. So the skinny shoes always hurt my foot when I was on this job. I never told this to anyone. But every time that I was there cleaning and I'm doing the thing on the job, my feet are hurting really bad because they're squished inside these tiny shoes. And I told myself, when the job is over and this contract has ended, I'm going to throw out these shoes. So I promised myself I was going to throw out these shoes. Then when I look at the shoes this morning, I see that the heel, the toe is all rubbed off anyway, and there's a hole poking through at the end on the outside, like you can't see it if you're wearing them, but like the part that touches the ground, the toe is poking through. So I'm like, you know what, let's get rid of these already because the job has ended since COVID, so we are done with that. Yay. Then I found another pair of water shoes from that same purchase. So I like these. I mean, I like them. I've wanted to keep them. Well, I have kept them for 20 some years, but you see that the bottoms of the heels are gone as well. So let's throw those away as well. See, not a big sacrifice. The most I'm out is $20 from that purchase from 20 years ago. And I got my money's worth, certainly got my money's worth. So we're going to throw out the other ones as well. I wanted to keep a couple pair just to hang on to them for what? For what? I don't wear them. I haven't worn these in like 3 or 4 years. Was the last time I wore any of the water shoes. Why do I still have them? I don't know, but in a minute I won't. All right, then I found these shoes at the bottom of like a garbage can that was in my garage. And then I wondered like, whoa, I haven't seen those shoes in like years. I didn't know that I still had them. And they're like all smooshed up and like the heels have holes in them and they're rotting. And then I'm thinking to myself, why do I still have these? Why? I will never wear these again. Let's please just get rid of them. And none of these can really be donated. These are not good for anyone. It's not healthy to hang on to these. I did find a pair of leather shoes. And this was a hard decision because I spent some good money for these shoes. Now, we hang on to things because we spend good money for them, even if we never intend to wear them again. Now, when I wear these shoes, they have this really fashionable seam across the top. And whenever I wear them, my feet slide in the shoes and it makes the tops of my feet rub raw and then they bleed. So these shoes cause me bloody blisters on my feet, even though they claim to be really super comfortable. So I don't want to give these shoes away to anyone else because they probably have dried blood on the inside. I know that's super gross, but I won't ever wear them again. And every time I have a choice to wear these shoes, I say to myself, oh no, I'm not going to wear those. Those give me bloody blisters on my feet. But then yet they hang in my closet. Why? Why, Angela? Why? So we're getting rid of these today as well. All right, so there's my 10 pair of shoes right there. And these are going out to the trash today. I'm going to get rid of all 10 pair today. I passed the scavenger hunt. I scavenged my entire house and I found 10 pair of shoes, which truthfully is like half my shoes. I'm literally throwing away half my shoes, never to be worn again, and I'm not going to miss them at all. So the challenge for you is to go find 10 pair of shoes. And if you're close, like if you have a pair and you're not sure, ask yourself this question. Have I worn them recently? Do I love these shoes? Am I going to wear them again? And if it's like my leather shoes that make my toes bleed and I'm like, no, it's probably not even a good idea to hang on to these, don't give it another thought and just get rid of them. See if you can get rid of 10 pair of shoes. You've got 30 days to do the scavenger hunt. So maybe you find 1 pair every day for 10 days. But in the end, you want to have a basket that you either take to the Goodwill and you donate or you take to the garbage and you dump. The object of this is to live simply and to get rid of some of your stuff, starting with your shoes. All right, I hope this helps. If it does, give us a thumbs up. If you have questions or comments, leave them in the notes below. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.